Well, people in South Burlington will head to the polls tomorrow to decide on a slight increase in their city and school budgets. But depending on a separate bond vote, students could be taking classes just outside of school. ABC 22's Josh Morrill joins us live from the newsroom with more on this. Hey, Josh.
Well, hey, Lauren. South Burlington voters are set to decide on both the school and city's budgets tomorrow, as you mentioned, but an important bond vote will be crucial in helping the district deal with a large spike in enrollment. South Burlington voters will decide whether to approve the city's $55 million budget for fiscal year 2024, with about $19 million being raised by local property taxes. It will feature an over 7% total increase from 2023, and Jessie Baker is the city manager, and she says it's to account for the effects of inflation.
So there are things built into this budget that will have an impact on next year's budget as well, to smooth out that increase.
Also on the ballot is the school district's budget, with the large majority of the over $62 million going towards staff salaries and benefits. And with less federal funding coming to the city, the district is looking to cut over 20 staff positions that helped accommodate pandemic relief needs, according to Superintendent Violet Nichols.
In year one, it looked like things like PPE, right? So social distancing, some health measures, virtual teachers, and then it shifted to be more social, emotional, and academic support related.
Nichols also said come 2026, the district predicts there will be over 50 more students between Rick Marcotte and Orchard Elementary schools, which are already over-enrolled. To help with this issue, South Burlington residents will also vote on a $14.5 million bond for the school district, with $6 million going towards zero-energy modular classrooms, or ZEMs. Each ZEM is 4 classrooms, and the city's impact fees will cover over 90% of the $6 million.
There's some cost savings too that we'll recognize, about $45,000 a month with the elimination of the trailer rentals at both Central and Orchard schools, which are being used for staff, not students.
The rest of the bond, over $8 million, will go towards roofing at the district's middle school, HVAC and plumbing repair, and other facility improvements. And also a couple of city bond questions on the ballot as well. They asked voters to approve a $33.8 million to finance capital improvements and upgrades to the Bartlett Bay wastewater treatment facility, with another $15 million bond going to refurbish parts of the city center tax increment financing district.
Josh, let's talk about Burlington if we can. There are a couple of ballot items getting a lot of attention here, and 2 actually originated from petitions. So what can you tell us about those?
That's right, Lauren. In Burlington, there's actually 8 questions that will appear on the town meeting day ballot tomorrow, and 2 that have been at the center of attention for weeks now that would address police oversight in the city's carbon pollution. One of those questions on the ballot is question 7, which did originate from a petition like you mentioned, and will allow voters to decide on whether they want to implement a community control board, which would add a layer of police oversight to the city, and it could allow some department members to even be dismissed. And community and labor leaders joined Mayor Moreau Weinberger's push against the board last month, while Democratic city councilors actually passed a resolution urging Burlingtonians to vote against the board and allow for more discussion to find out alternatives. But progressives do say that the checks and balances will prove to be good for the city.
There's some communities that have an independent monitor that they hire. There's some communities that offer community boards more control over the hiring of their police chief. No other board in the country, though, goes as far as the board that's being proposed here in Burlington.
It is not a unique experiment, right? It is looking at what we need and then building it.
That would help in Burlington's effort to become a net zero city. It would tax property owners of newly constructed buildings that install fossil fuel thermal energy systems rather than renewable energy systems, and existing buildings would need to use renewable heating or water heating systems to replace older systems, and the developers who can't follow these requirements would need to pay the fee, and proceeds from the fees would go towards clean heating technology for low-income residents, the electrification of city fleets, and towards existing building payers who submit a plan to reduce emissions.
It says, okay, in those situations where it really is dramatically more expensive to use electric technology, you can use the conventional system and pay a modest fee.
And among other questions on Tuesday's ballot is a new district map configuration and the implementation of ranked choice voting in mayoral elections. And make sure to tune in tomorrow night, as Lauren mentioned, we will have the results of these ballot items as well. Live in the newsroom tonight, Josh Morrill, ABC 22 News.